Hi guys, and welcome back to Wade's Workshop. So, postman has arrived and a few bits and bobs I've ordered and a gift from a viewer. Now this is Stephen. Those of you long-term watchers will have seen me opening gift packages or care packages from Stephen before, and I'm very excited to get into this. I've opened the box but I haven't had a good look at what's inside, but there's normally some real goodies. So Stephen, in anticipation, thank you so much. So moving on, I bought myself a new microphone, shotgun mic, same make as the clip-on ones we had before, the Bluetooth clip-on ones, a Rode again. I have tried it out and so far so good, really pleased with it. I'm not using it at this moment because it's not on a camera, because I'm showing it to you. So what I'll do is stop the clip here, put the mic on, and let's see if it makes any difference to the standard or the quality of the sound, shall we? So yeah, we're using the Rode mic now. I don't know if it's going to make a huge amount of difference. It's a bit windy outside. This is the day after Storm Eunice, and thankfully we didn't have a lot of damage here, or nothing here at home at all. The shed roof is still on. That's great news. Yeah, there was a long trip to work yesterday. I had to take quite a detour. I had about 40 minutes onto the journey, and even longer coming back with various floods and trees down and all that sort of thing. And I travel over a main bridge over the Lathe River every day, and that was shut from first thing in the morning till last thing at night, so hence the long detour. Okay, so that said, the motor, my replacement motor, has come in. So yeah, this one, 375, what is it, 375 watt three phase? Yeah, 375 watt three phase 4 pole. So much more appropriate for the little lathe. So happy with that compared to the previous motor, and I think the previous one will be kept in reserve stock. The bigger motor I showed you last week, kept in reserve stock for as and when the motor goes on the walker. We'll probably switch that to BFD as well. So let's get on to the box of goodies. So having opened the box, the first thing I came across was, first of all, I thought it was packing material. But we've got loads, probably a lifetime supply of anti-rust paper. The stuff you wrap around metal, you know, that's in transport or in long-term storage to stop it rusting. And there's pretty much a lifetime supply of this. There's 3 or 4 packs of it. So, Stephen, thank you so much. I will never have to purchase any of this in my lifetime, I'm sure. So that's great. So that was the first thing, top of the box. Now, oh, hang on. And more. Yeah, okay, so we've got loads of that. I'm going to have to build a bigger shed, aren't I? Right, okay, so what we got here, M4x16 socket button screws. Oh wow, M4x16 socket headed button screws, a full bag unopened, and 200 of them. They shall be going into my bulk collection. You could never have too many. I like the fact they're button heads as well. Yeah, just different than the normal socket head I buy. So, you know, that's going to bring options. In fact, I think I've got a use for those coming up pretty soon, actually. That's odd. So, that's first out the box. Oh, I've been using the paper, the anti-rust paper as a packaging. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. It's a little copper hide mallet, or tapper, knocker. Oh, I love that. That's nice. That's a number 0. Oh, wicked. Yeah, I do like that. Well, I think we'll give this handle a sand down and a bit of an oiling. Cool, I do like that. I don't know what that is. Let's have a very well packaged. Oh, nice. Oh, a couple of oilstones. Epic. Norton Fine India oilstone, made in USA. Nice one, about 1 inch square as well, 6 inch long. I like that too. I have got an oilstone collection, and they will be going in the same box or drawer. In fact, let's do that now. Move the screws and the mallet out of the way. I don't put things away as I'm going along. Where are we? It's this drawer, I believe, yeah. Okay, so I got this drawer with a box of oil stones in there. So I think, whoops, we'll put those in the same drawer. Happy days, in the drawer. Right. So what's next? Oh, cool. 3 chunks of what looks like either Delrin, acetal, could be nylon. Don't know, always handy having plastic materials. So that's going to go into the material store. Thank you, Stephen. Put those to one side. Oh, this box keeps going. Oh, I can spot something in the bottom there which looks interesting as well. Okay, what we got here? Haha, a set of bearings. Well, you never know. What are they? 6201 ZZs, I think. Yeah, 6201 ZZ bearings. Always handy for project work. So that's great. Keep those wrapped, I think. Put those in the machine component zone for projects. Epic. Don't know what's in this one. Try not to let this drag out, guys. Ooh. Looks like tool steel to me. Can't see anything. Oh, there is. Resist written on. Looks like a piece of 3/8 tool steel. 7.3 high-speed steel. Oh, there we are. It is tool steel. 7.3. 7.3. Sort of thing would be good for making D-bits out of. Another piece looks like about 10mm or 3/8, something like that. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow. Now, 125J874/00 Inox. My first thought is it's a straight edge. It's a small straight edge. The edge looks perfect. No dinks or donks in it. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure that's a straight edge. If any of you know any different, let me know. But it seems like a small straight edge to me. That's cool. I like that. Put it back in there so it doesn't get damaged. Looks like a little homemade scabbard for it. Okay, we'll keep it in there. Somebody's taken the time to do that, to keep it protected, and it certainly is protected. It hasn't got any dinks in it, so whoever did that, or when and where, well done. Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. What's a little vernier calipers? I can't read the brand. I can't read that brand. I'm not sure. Time. Yeah, it looks like it says Time. T-I-M-E. Stainless hardened pair of calipers, and it actually looks in really good condition. There's no dinks on the jaws. Yeah, really nice. It's got a friction lock. Might need a bit of a clean, I think. Nice. 12-inch rule. Well, you can never have too many 12-inch rules. Metric one side, imperial that side, stainless 12-inch rule. Oh, and a 6-inch rule. Again, I have a few, but you can never have too many. It's never where you want it. And a T-handle Allen key ball end. What size? 5mm. Nice. Like it. That'll go in the rack with the others. Stephen, this is fantastic. Okay, move along. We'll come into the bottom of the box now. Look what we got here. Oh, great. Milling cutters. Well, as we all know, if you go out to buy milling cutters, they cost you a lot of money. These look like they've been through some sort of regrinding process at some time, which is great. Oh, there's a special form on the end of that one. Somebody's ground a special form. Yeah, that was a specialised tool, ground for something at one point in its life. Dead sharp cutter, 12mm, dormer, good quality. Pop the end back on that. Another one, 8mm with Clarkson lock. Another one here, 1532. Nice odd size ones, which are great. You never know. Another 8mm one with a Clarkson lock, ball end. Epic. Another dormer one, 12mm again. Looks perfect. Like it. Oh, there's a wobbler. There's a little, what looks like a shop-made wobbler. You see? Cool. We'll have to have a measure up of that, see what that is. Looks like an Osborne. It is an Osborne. Unused, never taken out the packet, Osborne cutter, 532 slot drill. No, it's not an Osborne, it's a Qual cut. And a little short series Clarkson 4mm. Yeah. FC3, don't know. 4mm short series cutter. Brilliant, those will all go in the cutter collection. And in the bottom of the box, that's cool. The parts, excuse me, parts tray. Like it. Yeah, when I'm working on the small stuff and stripping stuff to bits and what have you, that's going to be really handy. So, Stephen, thank you so much as always. I'm going to have to put all this stuff away now. So, I managed to get the plates, welded them on in work this week. It was one of those, 15-minute at lunchtime jobs, weld them into place. So, right, there's nothing flat and in a plane. And I've been racking my brains how to get it set up so that when I move it, I'm back in exactly the same plane. Because I can't machine this end and that end in one go because I haven't got the travel. So what I've come up with is I placed the beam on a pair of parallels, roughly either end, so it's down on two parallel, just to get me roughly in the ballpark. Then I've clamped two 246 blocks, which are also sat on parallels, but that's just to get them centralized. And I clamped them through to the sides of the box and tighten those up. I mean, they're not wrenched down so it's distorting anything, but they're tight, they're not going to move. So I've now got a plane on the underside of these parallels which is fixed in relation to the bar. So that's a starting point. So what I can do now is pop the parallels out and sit them down on the bottom of these 246 blocks on the table, and then look at perhaps a couple of screw jack under the end, slide it in position, clamp it down, and then machine the top of this. That will mean then I can remove the clamp, spin the whole thing 180 degrees, have the other end up here or slide it along, it makes no difference really, so that I can machine the other end to exactly the same proportions, and that will give me one flat plane on the top here. Once I've done that, I can then put it down on this plane and machine the undersides without any worry. So, yeah, I was playing about with it. I had it sat on one of these. I've tried a few different ways, but this is what I've come up with that'll get me away. So that's pretty much the plan there. So, having said that, I can pop out these two parallels. Let me pull that one out. And the one at this end. I should be able to just pop these two out. So if I just rest it on there for a moment, pull those two out, it's now sat got a little bit of rock there. That's not worked, has it? I think I need to pay a bit more attention when I clamp it up. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just pay a bit more attention when I'm clamping it up. I had them on parallels. I wonder if I could clamp it up on this sort of idea instead and put these down on the deck now that I've got the bottom bolt in. I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Got a bit of clearance under there. I need slightly larger parallels, I think. So anyway, I'll come back, try it again, and we'll see where we get. I think sitting these on parallels when I clamped it up, they've not sat flat. I've got to got the 2 blocks out of line. I think I may need to clamp the blocks down when I tighten them up. That's probably the way I need to go. Okay, so I shall bring you back when we got that set up. So we now have got it. I did that, put the parallels under just larger, lifted it on, loosened the 2 blocks and dropped those blocks down hard onto the bed, the 246 blocks. They literally slipped down, fell into alignment, tightened up the 2 bolts, and now we've got no rocking of the 2 bolts. It's sat good on that plane. Right, so that's a start, shall we say. So I'm going to try and see if I can clamp. Let's get it into a machinable area, which is going to be over here somewhere. Let's just see if we're off the edge. A little bit more. My bed is at the end of its travel, so it needs to go about there. So I think I need to put something underneath here as a support. I think maybe an adjustable parallel. I have got one, and then clamp down on there onto the adjustable parallel without biasing these blocks, and then maybe put a clamp on at least one of these blocks. So I am going to do that. Let's have a look. Just use my 8mm set for this. That's looking good. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so it's going to be a big stack of something under there. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. Right, let's see if we can do it with our step blocks. Put those 2 there. Maybe a 3rd one on top, perhaps. Too high. No. Let's bring that one down. Tell you what, let's put those on this side. That will hold. Now we're talking. Maybe up another one. One more. Don't like that. Let's raise this one up a bit. Drop this one down a bit. Yeah, that's going to do it. Let's just straddle the bed's gap with that. That's down firmly. Right, let's square it up to the table, about there. Okay, so adjustable parallel under there and another clamp here, machine this end, break that down, spin it all or move it along so I can get to the other end, do the same the other end. Okay, so we have a plan. Whether it's a good plan or not, I don't know. So, I did like the double set of step blocks on there, so I've got a lump of cast iron, which is going to be the compound replacement block, should we say, for this machine anyway. So just pop that on the bed and use it as a spacer. So I've clamped down on that block. These 2 blocks are square to each other and down on the bed and locked firmly to the beam. So the beam is up off the bed and locked firmly to these blocks so that the plane of the beam in relation to the bottom of the blocks ain't going to move. And I can loosen up this clamp. I'll just bring it to the end, which is, do that on camera. So I've got, you can't see it there, let me bring you around the other side. So yeah, an adjustable parallel under here. So with it in a free state but clamped down, I just slid the adjustable parallel, pushing both ends to get it to be the good fit, and directly over the top of that I've clamped the part down. So hopefully that is not going to move. hopefully is the word. So I'm going to get on now and flash the top of this over. I'm going to only use a little 8mm cutter. I don't want to go at it hammer and tongs. I'm just going to gently machine it. Let me bring you down there. You can see I've got an 8mm cutter up. So I'm going to flash over this surface, so we'll show you a bit of that. Oh yeah, seems to be working nicely. That's 0.2 cut on there, seems to be cleaning up, so it isn't that far out. Toying with the idea of hollowing out the centre so that the lathe bed just sits on the two pads either side where it's bolted to it. We'll see how it goes when I'm flashing over the top. We'll just have to see how it works out. So it didn't quite clean up, so I've just dialed in another 0.2mm. We'll go back the other way. Of course, I don't know that the other side's going to clean up on this depth, so I may have to flip it back afterwards. We shall see. So 8mm cutter, and I'm stepping across 7mm at a time. There's a new family moved in a couple of doors up. My neighbours, who we were really quite friendly with, 2 doors up from us, they had a couple of youngsters that liked to play football and kick footballs against the fence, and I'm sure you used to hear them laughing and playing football in some of the older videos. And it sounds like we've got another football fanatic doing much the same. I can hear it. Oh, there it goes, the ball against the fence. Yeah, let them enjoy themselves. So that's it, finishing cut, or last cut. That side done, so we're going to have to clean up all the muck off the table now, get the vacuum out, get rid of all the bits and pieces, and then got a slight change of plan. Instead of spinning it around, I've slid it along. With just a thought where that clamp is going to be in the way maybe when I'm milling. I think I'm alright. Slid it along, and I put the adjustable parallel adjustable parallel that end and clamp the block, and it's pretty secure again. So yeah, much the same. Flash this base over. I had to drop the cutter back up to be able to avoid the stud as I slid along, but not a worry. I did set the DRO on the headstock to 0 on the finishing cut when I did the other end. So much the same, guys. I'm going to machine this end over, and then we'll flip it over and see, after having deburred around the outsides, let's see if we get any rock on a nice clean bed. So we touched off, and we were 0.1 above the finishing cut of the other side. So I think this looks likely to clean up in one cut, 0.15 cut. We may be lucky. So 7 over 7 at a time. It looks like it's going to clean up, but we haven't made it right across yet. We'll see. So it didn't clean up. I needed another 0.1. So I swapped the cutter out for a bigger one. Seems it seems to be coping really well. So I got a 5/8 cutter in there. I'm just taking another 0.1 off to clean up. So I will have to go back to the other end and do it to this same reading. But I'll spare you that. So it's both pads machined to the same depth on a quill. I'm going to break this setup down now, clean the table down, flip it over, well, deburr it, flip it over, and let's see whether it rocks or not. I'm expecting it to be not perfect at this stage, but it's going to be darn close. So I flipped the part upside down, and I sat on the pads that we pre-machined, and it sits nice and flat, and I've clamped it down with those pads hard against the table, and I've just flashed the feet on the bottom. So I'm going to deburr these and see how well they sit on the bottom. There wasn't any rock on this side, but I may just put them back on this pad and just kiss across the top pads again just to check. So yeah, we'll see how it sits when I put it on these pads. So I've been over the front face again, and there is no rock. It's on the bed here, and there is literally nothing. And if I flick it over the other way, and there's no rock there either. So the only thing I can sort of say is that the surface of this is as flat as the bed of my table. So yeah, that's what we're going with. Next thing I suppose is going to be 4 holes drilled and tapped in here, and I'm going to change the tapped holes in the bed and change those to bolt clearance holes, probably, yeah, M8, let's say M8. So let's have a quick shift here where we are. This all feels a bit funny to me, it's the wrong way round. Let me keep it as it will be. So that's going to be headstock end. A bit of swarf been spraying across on the bed. Oh dear me. Oh. So that's going to sit on here like that. Or something like that. Pretty epic. Yeah, let me give you a better view. So you can see the bed sat there. These are M6 holes at the moment. I think we'll change these to M8. Drill them out M8 and put a drill and tap clearance hole in the a drill and tapped hole in the reinforcing bar, as it were, and we'll go from there. So yeah, just drilling them out, 8.5 mil. So there's a little fillet in the bottom corner here. When I come out to the cut, you'll be able to see it a bit better. And I'm just removing it so the bolt head sits down properly. Okay, that's it. Let me just, in fact, I won't blow that away. I'll vacuum it up. Okay, so as you can see, I've removed the little fillet, and then when my 8mm bolts go in, the bolt heads will sit flat. So yeah, that's just occupational thing, you know, you do one thing and it has an effect and something else has got to be done. So yeah, so there was a little fillet there, and as you can see, the bolt wouldn't have fitted tidy, but it does now. So move on, I'll have to do that on all 4 holes. Okay, so that's 4 holes, 6.8mm, ready for tapping. So I tapped the 4 holes and fitted the 2 together, and it all seemed to go together nicely, so that's good news. Moving on, I think we're going to look at alignment, mounting the motor, some sort of adjustable bracket for the motor. That'll be the next thing before we do anything else. I think we may have a bit more welding, brackets and things to do on the base to mount the motor, but that's for another video. So as always guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you all very soon. Cheers now.